round out the interviews is hit you guys with a few popcorn questions. These are just fun, uplifting questions that, you may not have even ever thought of before. This first one, though, I feel like, y'all's dynamic, it seems very fun, very playful, and very, we can get down and get to business if we need to. But what was the funniest or most memorable moment on one of these sets that y'all participated together?
Funniest. Oh, there's been so many. I think in our first film, was a really funny thing that happened is our fake cigarettes didn't get there on time.
Oh, yeah.
No. So Ginny was like, "It's fine. I'm just gonna smoke normal cigarettes." And I was like, I
had quit smoking for years.
Oh no.
And I was like, I really don't want you to smoke normal cigarettes, Ginny, because we're gonna have to take multiple takes. By the time that we're in, you're gonna have had like 6 cigarettes.
And she was like, and it's also like an intense scene.
She was like, it's really gonna be okay. Like, I think I'm really gonna be okay. I was like, this is all I got. Like, okay, whatever. Like, we're losing daylight, like literally. And I was like, okay, we really have to get the shot. So we start recording, and I was like, please don't inhale. Just do me a favor, don't inhale. She's like, I'll be fine. I won't inhale. I was like, okay, great. So we're 10 cigarettes in, and she looks at me and goes, I have to throw up, and runs. And she was like, this is over. We have to call cut. I was like, yeah. I think goofy things like that are definitely part of Jenny goes, learn a lesson. Learn my lesson.
I was like, learn my lesson today.
Nice. Above and beyond, but maybe okay. Yeah.
I love that she just really wanted that shot so bad.
For sure.
Or like on a location scouting level, and with Lottie, we had to film a scene in an alleyway, and luckily where we were shooting another scene in a tattoo parlor, there's an alleyway that was connected to it. Mm-hmm. But it was connected to a school. Yeah. Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're good.
Connected to a school, a high school's parking lot. So we had to be in contact on this like whole weeks-long journey of contacting the Department of New York Education, all this different stuff. All this
permission.
And finally, I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go to the school. I'm gonna go to the school and be fucking nice.
Right.
TM, and then like go over there. And I went to this like high school on the Lower East Side and just chatted. And they're like, "Who are you? What's happening?" And then I just like talked to the principal. And just became friendies with the nice principal, and then we figured it out. And it was just like you have to do so much on an indie level of playing around.
Without doubt.
But then I became friends with like a bunch of people from that school, and now I feel like I know all of them. Yeah, and I know the janitors of this random high school north side. So.
Oh yeah. Indie filmmaking, you can't be afraid to talk, and you can't be afraid to ask. Like, what's the worst that's gonna happen if you're stuck in a process of you need permits and permission and this and that? No, just go ask. Just say, hey man, can we just film here? This is what we're doing. what's the worst that can happen?
Like, I guess.
Sure, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I love that. Okay, this one probably uplifting. I don't know about happy, sad, but uplifting, I think, maybe. If y'all could go back and tell your 10-year-old selves something, what would it be?
Aww. I feel like I've been thinking about this question a lot recently with a project I'm working on for next month, which is about kind of returning back to your inner child.
Yeah.
It's very much kind of the spirit of what we've been talking about in the first place. I think if I talked to my 10-year-old self, I would be like, don't, like, just really, anytime, I would be like, for the rest of your life, there's going to be this shadow version of yourself, your inner saboteur, your whatever it is, and they're going to tell you some really nasty things about yourself, and they're going to say some really mean stuff, and you're going to believe it. And please, every time, instead of being mean to them back, instead of screaming at them, instead of trying to push them away, give them the biggest, tightest hug and tell them to go home. Tell them. And I've been saying to Allie, I was like, I've been working on some writing stuff, and she's like, how's it going? And I'm like, my inner saboteur, my perfectionism is coming out to play today, and I am lovingly murdering her and throwing her in a wood chipper, Bartley style. Like that's
Love
what's
it.
happening.
Love it.
And like I think that's what I would tell my baby Jen. I would tell her that because the second I started doing that, the more and more we were able to make these stories, and the I could see every time the less I leaned on that part of myself and the more I leaned on the brightness, I was able to like
Yep.
make the work happen and actually have these creative projects be finished and done and shared.
Mm.
There you
What
go.
about B?
I think this is a very emotional question.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, we do call it the Barbara Walters. Well, we want to make you cry. No.
We're so good at crying.
Yeah.
I cry all the time.
On the one hand, I think I would look at my 10-year-old self and let her know that as of 31 years old, I am the closest I've ever been to everything we ever dreamed of. But that came with releasing a lot of my expectations. I think
Mm.
I thought until 5 minutes ago, all I ever wanted to be was an actor. And the more and more I opened myself up to opportunities that were not just acting, I realized that no, I wanted to be an artist.
Mm.
And I'm fulfilled by so much more than just acting. And I haven't acted in years, and I'm the happiest I've ever been in my career. And I think, especially the more opportunities I take and took throughout my 20s of those PA jobs, those AD jobs, lighting design. I think it was a huge part of me learning who I am in this industry. It brought me to where I really wanted to be. And so I think don't limit yourself is what I would tell her. Don't
Yeah.
don't do that because
Love
you're
it.
so capable. And that's crazy for me to be like saying that right now because like I don't even know about that.
Yeah.
I'm so capable.
You are so
Yeah. I love that. I love it.
It's
Both
good.
answers. Just love it.
And-
You know?
Well, I mean, the vibes are there because as we were going through this interview and just, I can read people. I like to watch how people tick and all of those things. Allie, I can tell you cannot take a compliment, but trust me, you are going to do amazing things in your career. I can already tell you're very motivated, just like Ginny with your GCU. I love that. I think both of you are
Yes.
going to do absolutely amazing. So please, please, please know you always have our support. We are always here to help in any way we can, promoting on social media, donating, doing anything we can. Of course, we're here for that. But our final question, I want to have it be a little bit lighter note because we've gone through the mountains, we've gone through the valleys, and let's come out on the other side to look at the beautiful sunset over the ocean. If you could live in any film or television show, what film or television show would it be? I know this is a hard one.
What would you say, B?
Oh, mine's so toxic, but it's not. But I don't want it to be. I would want it to not be. I would be the non-toxic version of Almost Famous.
Oh, I love
nice.
that.
Nice.
I love rock and roll. I love that. The first thing that came to my head, and I don't know if this would be my final answer, but I'll go with the first thing that came to my head. I'd love to live in an animated universe. And
yeah.
I think y'all know the show Tuca and Birdie.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I would because I love if you all have read or seen any of my stuff, I love a magical realism universe, like half
Yeah,
fantasy,
yeah.
half grounded in reality universe. And I feel like living in an animated world with a lot of different things would be really fun to be able to express yourself in a bunch of different ways. And I just think it's
love
a
that.
cute little show.
Yeah.
Very unique and very original storytelling.
What's yours?
I don't know.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
shit. This has never
Yeah.
happened, okay?
Yeah,
We have never
Mm.
had a
What's
flip
yours?
squid.
What?
And it's very weird in the interview side. I'm like, we're having a conversation.
Yeah.
Please tell us what your thoughts are.
Like, hey,
Logan, you can go first. I have way too many that I don't even
right?
know.
Well, it's sad because all of my favorite films are like hardcore dramas where they're like super like kind of fucked up. Like my favorite film is Sleepers, and it's about these boys who get molested as children at a boys' home, and then in their adult years they are able to get back at their abusers. So I love that
Ooh, a
story.
revenge story.
Yeah, I love the revenge story, but honestly, right now, since it's on the wall, probably this Saturday night,
That was
I love that film. It
Such a
was
fun
such an
movie.
amazing
So
film.
fun.
Yeah.
I feel like, Dustin and myself, we thrive in chaos and we're able to overcome anything and just get something out there. And I think, that we try to not have it be so chaotic, but we thrive in chaos. So yeah, I would say probably Saturday night.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna go animated just because you brought up the animated world. I'd like to live in Looney Tunes and help Coyote once and for all beat that damn bird, right? Like, Roadrunner doesn't have to win every time, okay? We can outsmart that damn thing.
Like you build like a little hammock so when he falls off of
yes,
like,
yes.
like, absolutely.
I feel like somebody's got to give Coyote a helping hand, man. It's like, oh, come on, man. So
He deserves
yeah,
it.
yeah, because otherwise I can't go your way, Logan. I'm like, do I go into American Psycho? Do I do like,
I know
there's
all the
so
different,
many,
like-
but
I know.
we'll stick
Oh,
with
that's-
Looney Tunes.